Today, we can talk about the reshuffle with the cabinet reshuffle na Sierra Leone. Yesterday, out of the blues, not to say say, from nowhere, we not even they think about themselves. Some people can say, warawere. We just see social media begin showing cabinet reshuffle later. A lot of people begin ask questions, say, is this for real? About, I'm not able to give the number of people that were sent to me with the next question, say, is it true? I look at them. I verify what I get for verify. I say yes, not true. Then someone begin wonder, say, wait to. Then name say who they see so. Then ministries here who they see so. Some of them ministry are they want the then deputy will appear so. You know look like so we get them before. Some other ministry then it look like say they don't plead them. They don't get on body. So waiting they go on. Some man will be there now. Where did this list come on? In name appear other side. So people then begin ask question. Some man begin ask say wait to innovation. We not see name for replacer. So innovation go education. Oda go innovation now. On I ain't go the oversee the people then begin ask all kind of question. Okay, for help we with this, make we take the interview with the Deputy Information Minister, Mamadi Gobe Kamara, where he do this morning na 98.1. Make we listen how that conversation they go.
Good morning and welcome to the program, Madam Kamara.
Thank you very much, Mabel. I don't know if now morning you say, but you sound very faint. I can hardly hear you.
All right. I guess you get me now.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, okay. Yes, morning. It's better now.
Right. Yesterday we see the president do in second cabinet reshuffle. Also we see new ministries that don't be created. Some people don't be moved. Some people not give them appointments again. But firstly, let we just start for now. Waiting warrants the change where the president make na in cabinet.
Thank you very much, Mabel. First of all, His Excellency the President, like how we all know, and gets the prerogative for hire and fire, make changes as and when it deemed necessary. But of course, these governments come on a platform for improve the lives of the Sierra Leoneans. So His Excellency, we don't day into, existence. This government don't day into existence now for a little over a year and a half. And of course, I'm sure, like I said to you, he has the right to do what he does at any time without questioning or asking anybody.
All right, so now we look at the campaign where the president's been used, the manifesto, the promise them where they inside the, and where he take up office, we see it be one part the major thing where they tell international community now that it meets a broken of economy, one of the worst ever at the inception of Salon, and we don't see the governments don't get certain ministry departments and agency them wait on the work. Currently, the country economy not too good for rights home about story, not day. And we don't set up new ministries them, new departments and agency them, new ministers and then deputies them. Now we look at the country economy and then new sire where we see the president zone creates. Waiting this mean for the country?
Well, maybe, like I said to you, first of all, like how you mentioned, but the issue of the economy we inherit, and of course, I should say you and the family who listen to me are aware that efforts have been made for addressing this particular issue. The state of the economy we inherit, of course, nobody will expect there should be a turnaround in this space of time. But of course, efforts have been taken, efforts have been made, and in the not too distant future, we could see the tangible manifestations of some of their efforts there. So, but now come back to the issue where you ask about creating new offices. Of course, I shall say you did time for timing to the wage bill. But Mabel, let us just add, we get a commitment as a government for change, a lot of the way things don't use for the happy in this country, and of course, make this country also the envy of other nations across the continent. So first of all, you will agree with me, say some of the ministries in which His Excellency the President decide for separate. These are ministries we clearly need that kind of movement. Now, first of all, I'll take the Ministry of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs. These are issues that they're very important to the extent that separating them is just the right thing to do. Having a gender and gender ministry, children's and gender ministry, those issues, there's been two issues indeed. They are so complex, they are so huge that you need a whole ministry in review, and of course, review in line with His Excellency in view. For say we're going to get a ministry, we're going to handle and look critically into them particular issues there, so gender and children's affairs. Now, look into the environment. Now, we all know Salone, now the country rate and don't rate as the third most disaster-prone country. The world is talking about environmental issues these days. They talk about the ozone layer, greenhouse effect, depletion of the ozone layer and all of those things, deforestation and all of that. So if you get country planning and the environment, it's a lot. It's a lot put together. So the point for science, we are committed to addressing the issues of the environment is. I don't bring about this particular development having a whole Ministry of Environment on its own. Now, the Ministry of so the people themselves when they know appoint in their position, and you and me go clearly agree, say these are people who are fit for purpose, and we're going for deliver on the president's mandate. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture, the minister was
Madam Deputy Minister, the Ministry of Environment, we already get the Environmental Protection Agency, we created by an Act of Parliament, and now we don't get a Ministry of Environment again. On another, see a duplication of functions. Now this special office where the president don't create?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be any duplication of efforts. I don't think so. So the issue of the environment is very central. It's very key. We need to look at this issue of environment very critically. And I believe, say, having a ministry for superintend over the issues of environment is a move in the right direction.
For pay all them people here where the presidents don't give work to so. On another thing say it cause a more burden to the wage bill, looking at the economy and how the country is still a struggle for stand, people and they still cry for daily bread and butter. Getting new office, now the right priority this at this time?
Well, maybe it depends on what you think, say, in the right priority. We get a commitment to the people of this country. And if His Excellency the President and in government, we don't sit down and you don't think to say, this is what I need for make sure say I turn around things. Remember, there's been a lot of complaints from people in the talk, they gone dry, the people in the talk, so this, a lot of accusations, a lot of things that only come out from the public. So this is about the president listening to waiting the people in the state. Now the president don't decide for tweak and change and turn around, few people them. So that's at the end of the day, it will continue for deliver. So it's about delivery. It's about getting people who go help them for deliver on in terms of reference where it don't put forward to the people of Sierra Leone. So I think to say rather than we begin look at the cost benefit analysis of bringing them people here on board. So at the end of the day, it's about delivering on a mandate where the president we don't make to the people and commitment to the president we don't make to the people of this country. And if you think to say people that we've been there at their position, as far as in concern, not on they move according to the speed they want and he decides they want for change them, that is his prerogative. Nobody questions the decision of the president.
Right,
so he has taken a decision. What do we need for do now? What do we need for do now for like see how them people also the president bring her where we get absolute confidence in how they will help for translate the president the agenda for make the lives of the people of this country better.
You say we look at the cost benefits analysis of the position the way the president don't give to people and may create office for.
Yes.
But when you look at now the people and taxpayers' money, the president will get for the use for pay them back when a burden on the wage bill. When I not think so.
So maybe would you rather have like things the president left people in positions where the public, and of course the media, some people they think to say, oh, these things need to be done quickly. We need to improve on the economy. We need to feed the people of this country. And the president decides to say, okay, now I have to bring new additions to my team. For can make sure that the call of the people are adhered to. Do you think that is wrong?
We don't get too much time in the program again. One other important thing from this appointment where the president will make this in reshuffle gets to do with the woman them. Out of 17 new positions, them now only one go to woman them. How serious the government take the issues of women?
Very serious, Mabel. Now, first of all, the only person we get 5-year term, straight off without any interruptions, neither the president and the vice president. Every other minister of government, any other appointed minister or deputy minister of government, they are the presidency in mercy, more or less, because it can please excellency for wake up tomorrow and say, okay, so this minister, I don't want to say, I don't want this other way and that. But the issue, look at the ministers, the woman ministers, the way the president gets. Yes, the numbers might not be what the women, where they yearn for equality will say they want, but of course we are getting there. First of all, we get a whole Ministry of Foreign Affairs headed by a woman. We get a whole Minister of the Judiciary, Attorney General and Minister of Justice headed by a woman. We get a new minister when a woman will come in. So in this whole appointment of women, who are the woman where the president sack? So we might not have got, we're not going to get there. You understand? We don't get there, but of course we are on the way to getting there. So at the end of the day, we are very committed as a government to the issues of women. So not to say because there are 17 appointments and there is only one woman amongst me to say we are not interested. So first of all, the president is looking out for what they look at where they appoint competent Leoneans, and also we get competent women, a lot of them. But again, we are very committed when it comes to the issue of women. So it could be that tomorrow we can wake up again, the president do another reshuffle, will go even affect 100% women. Who knows? So these, it's only a year and a half into administration. So let us hope that going forward, we will have more women, and I charge the woman them, of course, to where me belong to, the woman group where me belong to, let we continue for advocate and continue for push some more so that we will get more women. But of course, look at the caliber and the position, the senior positions of government held by women as I speak. So that tells me that the president is very committed.
As to the wrap up the program, earlier you asked who that's not the female way the president dropped from in cabinet na this new reshuffle. I just want to send the same question to you. Usai Madam Bedu Dasamade now. Who's ministry they now? All right. Well, unfortunately, we lost Mamadi Gobe Kamara on the line as if they try for give updates on the reshuffle where the president been do yesterday. Also, we see give 17 new appointments. Now only one go to Oman them.
One for tell Radio Democracy Tenki 98.1 and Mabel we handle la interview day with Mamadi Gobe Kamara. We na the Deputy Information Minister na Sierra Leone. What thing you take? You don't listen. How you see the discussion go? With all the promises that we don't get today, with waiting they happen now. How you see them? Okay, make that one they soak inside small. That one we do here so make it soak inside small. Make we check another interview where Marcella Samba of CGG, we Igi, Campaign for Good Governance, we INSEFG this morning na Radio Democracy 98.1. Let we listen to this.
Good morning, Madam Sise, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, 98.1. Good morning, Sierra Leone.
All right. As I stated earlier, yesterday, immediately after President Bill reshuffle in cabinet, we see Usai CGG issue out a press release. Usai Una state say Una get serious concern about the cabinet reshuffle, and Una feel say na a pressure on the wage bill because of new ministry president don't create. First start for explain to listeners them. Waiting are some of them serious concern here where CGG say Una get.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's start by saying any political decision that any country, they be determined by the context where they operate. the decision for match the context. So the current situation at Sierra Leone, we all realize there is a serious economic downturn where they affect the lives of the ordinary people. And so we look at a situation currently from the government's own data set, hold on the study, we see the wage bill, they increase. And every month they increase. And comparatively, what we take from 2018 March to September, when at the latest data, we see the wage bill don't increase by close to 47%. So that is the economic reality of Sierra Leone. Every other person knows that we are going through economic challenges. And as citizens, we don't look at the situation where the government could present any decision where they make, how we go address the situation through sound fiscal policy. But unfortunately, why campaign for good governance not get any issue with the competencies of the people then where proposed appointments because they're subject to cabinet approval, we think that this particular cabinet reshuffle, they put a strain in the already exhausted wage bill. And we think that the situation of additional deputy ministers and additional ministries, we want to ask, for example, what the warrant their addition there? We want to further ask the question, for example, what really the informed decisions around moving a particular minister or changing a particular minister? These are one of the things that we're not clear about as a governance institution. We're not really clear about them because we think that we did forget empirical evidence how the decision here they reach. For example, is it measured by performance? What are the performance indicators? Why is it
Madam Sise, we can look at them performance indicator than the way they try for talk about. But since you they talk about pressure on the wage bill and how Unana CGG not satisfied with the new appointment them, the creation of new ministries them, where citizens and the member president bill for in fiscal policy promises them where it be make one famous one outside the president been promised Sierra Leone and say it go close all the leakages them, try for reduce the pressure on the wage bill, and try for ensure say it bring a turnaround on the collapsed economy where it say it inherits. 2 years down the line, we don't they see outside the president they make appointment them, create new ministries, new embassies overseas, where all that then a pressure on the wage bill. You think say the president don't really do according to in promise system, especially on the area of fiscal discipline?
Absolutely. I mean, this is where we are a little bit confused. Because we see policy documents there, for example, the New Direction Manifesto. We see the state opening of parliament, a brilliant delivery, by the president on how he can ensure the stabilization and rationalization of the wage bill. But policy and practice, it looks really disconnect. We want to see a situation wherein the president, the policy, and what do they practice as a country align? So really, if a government talk for the stabilization of the wage bill, and now we they look at situation where the wage bill just increase, and in fact the pressure on the economy, it gets a contributing impact on the lives of the ordinary citizens. So the outcome in economic achieve. I think government therefore try as best as possible for ensure that decisions are not made by political expediency, but therefore try for make decisions be backed with governance and sound economic policy arrangements.
Madam Sise, from yesterday where this cabinet reshuffle come out, many Sierra Leoneans don't they engage and don't they try for get a conversation, analyze how the reshuffle, the timeliness, and how the president be appoints them people there so for work at the various institution them. duplication of responsibility now one way plenty people don't talk about. For example, we will get the Ministry of Lands, Country Planning and the Environment. Now this new appointment will say the president separate and create a whole new ministry for the environment. EPA don't already they exist, so they work around the environment. We will get NPP as well, when are the same work than they do. If the president creates a whole ministry where they look at the environment, things say plaba or confusion go there as to who that get right for do certain responsibility.
Thank you very much. The question of the new ministry. The question of the new ministry, not to the policy and practical things then, not the policy and practical things the way the ministry then they do. For example, the question of environmental governance very, very important. We are not challenging that in any way. But what we are challenging, is it strategic enough to create new ministries at this time? We get a system already.
As somebody who don't work around governance issues, don't they monitor the way how governments they implement them, programs them, and certain appointments that you feel say na really strategic appointment that one day?
Sorry, Khadija, can you come again?
Abi, they say if you feel say na strategic appointments that one day.
Well, the whole issue is about the creation of a new ministry. When you create a new ministry, in fact, today the appropriation bill they go to Parliament. You have to cater for that ministry. All the budgetary implications, the way they go with them. It's not only about creating the ministry, but also ensuring the requisite support for make it functional and make it run. We think that there is already a ministry existing with the relevant civil servants and civil service personnel within their ministry, then they can take up their responsibility. The recommendation we campaign for good governance made, we say it's not about creating a new ministry or adding new ministers and deputies. It's about empowering the existing processes, making sure that we cut wastage, making sure that we invest in systems and practices, and that's will speed up delivery and productivity. If we just expand, we are spreading too thinly, and the small resources where we get not able for service all them space that they will create. We are saying put more emphasis on monitoring and evaluation, add on performance, make sure the outputs become a key factor in governance, cut down wastage, and invest in system and policies. Creating new ministry not will solve the problem if we are doing governance business in the same fashion.
You left with critique, don't they say the president this in particular appointment not just for create job for people them we been supporting during the campaign or maybe party loyalists them. You agree to that narrative there?
That's why we as Campaign for Good Governance they appeal to the government of Sierra Leone for make sure it's a duty. They're duty bound to give us that information. Let them put up performance indicators. Let we measure with public servants they're using a performance system because they're subjected to public and fierce scrutiny. Me, I think people the way don't serve their need for respect in entry and exit. Some people then they serve very well in their capacity, but we don't know. Let me know exactly their performance, what they meet and what they come out with. Let me get that information there so that we go know what's really the informal rotation and changing of ministers or deputies in a particular ministry. I think performing ministries is very important. So this will help the performance of a particular public servant will help in terms of proper service delivery. We will improve the lives of citizens' welfare. And finally, I want to talk say we as Campaign for Good Governance, we not only raise their issues there, yes, so for the purpose of criticism. We raise their issue, yes, so because governance is no longer about government. We recognize that the government is having a challenging moment around financial issues, and we need to make sure that we get sound fiscal policies and decisions that be made in this country. So we want to see a situation where every actor take up the challenge and ensure say this will ailing economy. It be boosted, we go be to the betterment of the lives of every Sierra Leonean.
Thank you very much, Marcella Samba Sise, the Executive Director for Campaign for Good Governance. Then we pull a press release yesterday immediately after where the president be announced in cabinet reshuffle. According to CGG, then see the cabinet reshuffle as say the president they put pressure on the wage bill, and then they call on the president for ensure say he do some of the things that were been promised for reduce on the wage bill.
You know, waiting Marcella Samba Sise of CGG, Campaign for Good Governance, waiting Ise. You hear again waiting Mamadi Gobe Kamara, where na him na the Deputy Minister of Information, waiting himself say the wage bill, expansion, all of them what they do now. Ura be there na Freetown, that appear now na Ethiopia. Ura be there for education, don't go na labor. The finance, where would they complain? Now instead don't get body, don't get deputy them. Now I don't know if now for me they can suppress, make the dollar rate go down, or for I don't even know. But make a call with Muhammad Ali. Make it can help we rub mouth by this talk and make Indo in your submission. Yes, Muhammad Ali, you get the platform.
Sambul, good evening. This is very, very interesting. In as much as we President Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, we elect him for let he come ameliorate the suffering of Sierra Leoneans. And we expect say if we do the things them, we the people of this country go gladly for. Right? It gets the right, it gets the constitutional mandate for hire and fire. But if we make sure say it do them in a way we go benefit the Sierra Leoneans, we don't get problem with the reshuffle way it make and bring in people. What thing we particular about at this material time, this moment where we economy the struggle, Matthew since President Ernest Bai Koroma in term, it be declare austerity in this country. And I still believe, say, that austerity is not declare over until this time. So, when President Bio come, he always they tell me, say, he inherits a broken economy. If actually in a broken economy President Bio inherits, they try to fix them up. The question where critical Sierra Leoneans then go to ask, why the continuous increase of personnel them na the government? If we listen well to Marcella Samba Sise, it make a very, very important analysis where he reference the government in records. He say, according to the records of the government, the wage bill don't increase from 160.4 billion in March 2018 to 235.2 billion euros in September 2019. So if they go further for in percentage, he say this increase don't go to 74.8 billion euros, which is almost 47% for just the month of September 2019. So if this now the increment of we budget just for a month. If government will pay salaries, government will pay all the other things here, 2018, with a 160.4 billion euros. Now, for the month of September, government pay 235.2 billion euros. Waiting na the economic benefits of this 17 appointments where government don't do back, right? Then where the Deputy Minister of Information will talk, where Mabel asked him about the Ministry of Environment. Why the Ministry of Environment? It is therefore justify and say that because the environment for climate change, the ozone layer, good. We are all for that, right? But again, you go look at it and say, it look ironical. If actually then see all the government is try for make sure say we protect the environment, as they say Sierra Leone are the worst, one of the worst countries in the world for the disaster happen. Then when they see back home, with government they promote Simba logging. Simba logging is in the increase. Anywhere where you go now, we forest them. They don't deplete them, right? So waiting at the nexus here, you understand? So we want to know. Then see where governments they do. Governments for aware of the fact say that people them then they represent, and waiting the people they want now in them for do. Waiting the people they want then them for do. We don't want bloated economy and wage bill any longer. We try to see how we cut down we expenses. We don't get 2 deputy ministers and the Ministry of Finance. What's in the economic importance to Sierra Leone? We don't get a Minister of Defense, and we get Deputy Minister of Defense. Right? Now, the Minister of Agriculture, I think in be the number 2 or number 3 person where President Bio be give way for that come on. Where he be serve as cabinet secretary. Then pull him. Now President Bio don't recycle him. There are other people, you understand? Why you bring that man? If that man you don't pull him, then now you bring him back. Right? So these are the things we need for address. When we address them things here, we for put party na corner. We put tribe na corner. We put region na corner. We think Sierra Leone. If we begin to think Sierra Leone, then I say we don't get the solution to the problem. But what they see, everybody they try for defend, everybody they try for make this, it need the help we. It need the help we at all. We need a better Sierra Leone. We president in flagship program na free quality education, right? And if it is free quality education, then we make sure say the people where they stay at the ship for see that the president's in dream materialize, then be happy. But bringing these people, then it begs so many questions. The president will tell you say, if they make sure say we come into one shift system. We need money for build the schools then, so that the class then go decongest. We need money for pay teachers and well, for pay the nurse system, for pay police and the military. We don't need money now for beginning to spend for people then. Now you don't create a Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs. Now we get Ministry of Social Welfare. Waiting now the relevance. If we return back to the days of President Amadou Jankaba, we get 3-4 ministries where they blend together. Like the Ministry of we get Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Youth and Sport. Then we get together. The work will go on well. But now then creation of the ministry, you get for provide a whole logistics. You get for set up an office. You get for get permanent secretary. They get for get staff. All them things then they. We don't just they look at the individual, not only the minister. You get forget all them personnel they always in there in the Ministry of Education now. We get forget the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs. Always in there in the Ministry of Land. We get forget the Ministry of Environment. We get EPA, we get NPPA. You understand? National Protected Area Authority. Then they for look at the environment. We get EPA. They serve there for regulate the environment. Why are we getting a Minister of Environment again? Right? Why? We bring President Bio for let able for help let we like them better. But what we don't see for the past 1 year, 6 months, now one way they make with the worry as Sierra Leoneans and we vote for this government. We want let the president listen. Let the president ignore people them for just bring them for compensate them. No. Let him run the country for the benefit of the local people them. We will not be able for buy a motor car. We will not be able for live that kind of life. If the wage bill can down, we be able to get a better exchange rate. You were able to get 2,000 euros and you eat cookie, you satisfied. But now as it is, 3,000 cookie not even there. That cookie them they sell 3,000 euros. Now 5,000 euros. Now because of the wage bill just the increase. And it keeps increasing. Right? So we need to forget them things here to president. The presidents understand them things here say Sierra Leoneans they're not happy about the continuous increase in the wage bill. Look what CGG say, 74%, just from 2018 March to September 2019. What will be the situation from 2019 to 2023? I'm afraid. And Sierra Leone, a small country, if we make a comparative analysis, now other countries them, we go see say we get more ministers than them countries and they go Ghana. We get ministries and pass them. You understand? Where Ghana is far much better than Sierra Leone. Even the advanced countries, even America, we're big so. We ministries and boku pass them. What you want to achieve? Not to let post people that go they can't no more for the sake of coming, say me a minister, me a this, me a that. No. Now we're able to forget results out of this. Presidents may tell you about the bread and butter. Now the bread, the bread be there with the friend butter. Now the bread self no day. The bread don't disappear. We need to address them things here.
All right. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you very much for your time, Mohammed Ali. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, that's Mohammed Ali, all the way from Freetown, Sierra Leone. We get time for making self can rub mouth by this talk. Make a bring in Janet. Make we hear from the Umayun side, waiting nine thoughts about this particular reshuffle. Yes, Janet, you get the platform.
Well, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks everybody. Reading at the thread, this now they read, you know. We get a group of people and we're really fired up, and I'm so excited to be here. But I really want to thank you very much also to Mohammed Ali for all the areas that we cover by submission. I mean, it's awesome. Maybe just want to go straight. There's nothing to add to what you said, but we want to go straight to the gender equality aspect. With President in the campaign, even in 2012, when I was supporting him, there was this talk about 30% of women and female representation in government. And so that kind of belief they don't do, yes, this president, na possible will be woman and calm and XYZ. And this new government where it don't create, we see say, well, yes, a handful of women were there. And then in this reshuffle, we just find out say, now one woman bring come on board. So instead of 30%, we have 5.8% representation of women in the UN government. You know, so I also want to say I love Mayor. You know, when Mayor they interviewed the Deputy Minister of Information, he asked him questions about this female representation in the government, and I'm so sorry. I am so disappointed with the way the Deputy Minister they respond regarding women. You know, well, she's not in a position to say yes, we can't have many more women or not. But I mean, they expect us to see something like, you know, okay, maybe the president don't make this change. Let's see what happens in the near future. If you think about women, well, her answer was, as the president has the power to hire and fire, so nobody tells him what to do. But I'm glad you heard Mohammed Ali say, yes, he has the right to hire and fire. but also I guess we'll go by the campaign promises we make. 30%, he said, of women will be in his government. So for me, I am disappointed in the idea that we not get the number of women or the president not keep to him promise. I would have loved to see. Let's go to Rwanda. Let's go to other countries. You find out say women they don't begin to take center stage in politics. But it appears Sierra Leone is a different story altogether. And this is reshuffle definitely going to show you say, look, women are not taken seriously in Sierra Leone. And me being a woman, me within the diaspora now, so they said, say, one day I want to be in Sierra Leone, I want to be something, whatever that is, just side conversation. But I would love to see more women in this president in government, truly speaking. Gender equality, liquidity, good governance, women, they talk about, gender equality and equity, that women are treated equally as men. Let's get female representation. It's not equal, but what we say 30%. Let us have that promise. Let the government keep that promise we're doing. And, I just want to touch a little bit about within Mohamed Ali talk about the bread and butter issues. Today as I listened to Kane Yomkela, he was interviewed, and they asked Kane Yomkela, say, okay, well, you know what, this whole budget stuff, XYZ, is it something to do with bread and butter? And the answer was no, because, you'd expect, job creation and stuff like that, especially the private sector. We don't see this alone. Now, governments now carry the burden, but many other countries, now the private sector, now they do this. We just hope going forward that the governments will look at the campaign manifesto and look at the promises that were made there, and they were able for fulfill them promises, and they make it not just be hot air. I don't think we will be glad for that. So I want to say to you, AAA, thank you very much for giving me this platform.
Before I let you forgo, you remember the time where former President Kuruma began offend President Biona State House, where they say then go for that talk. You remember saying no woman not be in that room they back?
Yes, we saw that. Yes.
So if we want look from that 10 days to now, it look like say I don't know if maybe that other reshuffle it be try for make and find for make it get some smiles from the woman them, and now we don't see one. We see that meeting day where they say a peace talk, no woman not be there, and we can't see this. So where are we heading?
Well, you see, this is my concern. As a woman, and as CGG, they say a serious concern to them, because they say the female representation in politics or in government in Sierra Leone is not taken seriously. And then as AAA, I was disappointed to hear a female deputy minister. They support the president in position. Well, okay, cabinet, government, government, you go and support them and whatever then they do. But I'm sure it must get some kind of a disappointment herself to see how women, how women are treated in the country. I think women that we need to speak up a little bit more. She says, intimately say he joined a women's group. But yet they tell them for show up, for step up and stuff like that. But no matter how women step up, the government they step up to the plate for women. So women are being suppressed up to today. Where they set so hard. It's not as if we don't have the same education as the men. If you go into the cabinet and look there, you go find out so you get equally women the way we get the same education for perform. If it comes to performance and all of that. So I think there's more to it. We're going to do more work to be done. But I want to say to you, Mabel, I love you, girl.
All right. Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on air. You name and side. Call from, please.
Hi, this is Nice too. I had a call from New York.
Yes, I said so. You get a platform within a young contribution.
Okay. So my contribution is multiple things. First, I want to agree with Janet on the fact that they don't include too many women out of 17 position them. And then they forget women have a lot of brains. They don't just talk, they do things. So if this government says then do and talk, talk and do government, then for that include the women then. Listen to them, maybe use them as an advisor, in terms of whether they make some decision then. So that was a disappointment, on their part. So they needed to look into that. And going into the shuffling, whether they don't shuffle the staff, sometimes for make a change and people that accept the change is very difficult. And when you make a change, you therefore ignore that. Why they say this? Even at the health sector, when they say then they implement a protocol, when they go right, they need for make a change. Why they want to make the change? Because the outcome where they measure, they want to see that. If you like, for example, somebody come in with a illness, you don't treat them with one type of antibiotic, and that antibiotic is resistant to that particular antibiotic. You need to switch that antibiotic to a different one. I use this analogy because I work at the health sector, and I see how many times we need to make changes to treatment in order for the patient for improvement, so that the patient will not go get into any complications. So, and looking at it this way, you're not going to pay people them money where they say they're not to perform their work. So if they're not to perform their work, you change them. When you change them, maybe they will wake up. Maybe everybody will start waking up that, you know what, if I not hold my job fine, if I not do my job fine, if I not be productive in what I do, then they're going to get rid of me. So I think now just probably take a step back and then try to see this in a positive way. That, you know what, change is hard to accept, but when the goodness come out of that change, everybody will see why that change was made. So me, I want to focus on at this point. Yes, they don't need extra staff because that would be another addition to, pay that staff day. Like the other person, they say, Ali, that, when identify a minister, you get an assistant there, you get put away for work on the round. So that need all not cost. Definitely they don't need additional minister or ministry. Then definitely do need to make a change, because if you wait after 2 years and say, okay, then people that I'm going to keep them for the whole 5-year term, but then still everybody's complaining. The ground dry, the bread and butter. Nothing, people that didn't see anything. Change them. Maybe bring Dr. Sanger, because Dr. Sanger don't do young work. So maybe it's about time let them bring the young brains and the young minds, into the health, the administration, because they're all the old one that they an officer and they do anything right now. All they want just salary, they want raise, and that's it. That's not what we need. We need new innovation. Okay, all right. I guess I gotta give chance to the other people, but thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Asatu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, I live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Hey, this is Brian Justice from Fargo, North Dakota.
Yes, Brian, you get the platform. What's in your contribution?
My contribution, man, we are so disappointed right now from the president anyway, because according to a manifesto, even tell we say they can reduce spending in government. Now, the ministers and the past government can get, don't can supersede them. They don't get more ministers, more ministries, more ambassadors, diplomats, more than the past ministry. That's so sad, And the funny thing that will happen at this government, the president coming in power, even raise a minister's salary as to compare from the previous government. So then, to really say one can control the economy. If we just check what's happened now in neighboring country where this guy come to power, he meets ministers in governors them, in senators and they pay them high. He call them home together, he reduce their salaries in Liberia. He reduce some. But you put more salary as to compare to your predecessor, and you say you can control the economy. Now you can create more ministries. Just like the last staff we bring in, we say at least all the ministries and they need staff. They need a permanent secretary. They need every staff that don't be done in the previous ministries. So then they really create problem in the economy. So we just talk to the Mr. President and let them give you reasons why this change, why this addition of ministries. Because it really affect the economy. I don't get much for say we really this because we expect and say for Igbo can handle this economy the best way we for don't see better in the country now. But everything they go up. Food, bread and butter is so hard right now. People eat too much. People in the suffer. And you just create more ministries, more diplomats. It's just too much. So that's my contribution right now.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Most welcome.
Okay, thank you. Yes, caller, I live on here. You name and side call from?
My name is Fatimata from New York.
Yes, Fatimata, you get a platform.
Yeah, me the only thing I want to say here is I'm just so disturbed about this government's the arrogancy and their way, their way of talking is just, so disturbing. It's like they not get no respect for the Salon people we employed and leader before they come inside. I believe for say the Salon people deserve respect when you are talking to them. But it not look like that. Any one of them, we can any television station, they talk like say, it's like, they are all that. But who makes them to be all that? It's the Sierra Leone people, because if they're not for being employed, Julius Maada Bio, there is no way. Well, none of them will be inside a cabinet day. But they are just so arrogant and abuse. It's wrong. It's wrong. The need for learn how to talk to the Salon people, and because they tax money in the use. President Maada Bio, before he come into governance, he talk say the country don't wololo, whatever. It's like and the past governments, now racketeers, now this, that, I call all sorts of names. Okay? When they interview BBC and stuff like that, they ask some questions about even this free education. They make right there. Something is wrong somewhere, because knowing figures them. Okay? When Salon people and talk, they waiting, they monitor them, then they go and hold them and they go and arrest them. And that's wrong. Let people have their freedom of speech. Now America made it so I got me freedom of speech. Whosoever one can get me, let them come.
No, not to Dandy with the not to.
Now I understand that.
No,
but
yes,
it's just
let me just talk on waiting with the talk on, please.
No, I understand, sir. It's like the way when they talk, it gets somebody so aggravated that you go to the extreme way. Be say they say things them where maybe you not even intend for say. You understand? In talk say national in the country, it can the country. It don't win the presidency. Okay, the amount of time where Julius Maada Bio don't travel out of Sierra Leone, where it talks say no meet shishi. It's uncountable, okay? And in the first person will get a large administration. Hey, bro, you don't do all that in there. You don't access una money there, all including you, Mr. President. We talk say meet sitting at the coffer. You ace your money too, all man. Now that administration, you ace their money, okay? Then you say meet sitio, okay? Then we left there back. Thing that they will alone at the country, food down the people in the sofa. Okay, now you don't come. I don't know how to call and say, is it extra large? You government for waiting. When no money not there, you prefer for pay the one the way that they can't employ right now. While the people they not get food. Why you not go take that money there way they can't pay them one every month for other food or whatever you got to do. Do something.
All right.
I'm just so sick and tired of this government, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, caller. Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and side call from, please.
Oh yeah, me now Lucine Don, I call from London.
Yes, Lucine, you get platform.
Yeah, thank you, and Tripoli. Yeah, just a quick one, to clear the air first of all about somebody will give a figure because in the interview on a BBC, well, even the opposition leader, Jeremy Corbyn, when they do the presidential debates, we all see where they ask him about figure, about something where he talk, we're able to give a figure. So then everybody, they fall in that category, So let me just clear that one day. That's not a big problem now, Andy. And then again, for letting reshuffle something, it's very good. Because at the end of the day, we all see what's they happen all over the world, including in America. We see how many times Donald Trump don't do them, including in England now. We see how many times they don't do them back as well. So this not a problem. We're not for get problem over this. I think the only side way maybe we will get problem or doubt over and doubt because of the addition we didn't do, the additional people that we didn't add, now the other ministries them. But again, even if they add these people, and maybe the reason why they add these people, because we don't see since where this government kind of power, they're not able to do waiting some of we think say they for do. They're not doing with a grumble. So now the president on thought and speech say, okay, you know what? Let me choose more people to add, and then let's see maybe these people will deliver. So the people where they grumble will stop for grumble. You understand? But if we they complain and they say they don't add wage bill, they go up. Okay, now at least we thank God. We wage bill, we know outside the money they go. So at the end of the day, those people we then choose, if they're not deliver for we they hold them accountable. What about the past 10 years? The wage bill they go up, how we not supposed to go? People they come out in a salon, they go America, they come in England, they can't waste the country money. We don't even know, but the wage bill they go up. So, but now let's thank God, we know the people and where the wage bill they go up for. So when they not do the job properly, we they hold them accountable. So less patient. And in terms of gender, oh, come on, let's give a praise to this government, because if we look like what in the deputy information minister say, we get 30 ministries that with ministers in the head of the past 10 years. How many women they would elect? They didn't tell me. How many women they wouldn't get now in government? We get women in a parliament, just like where we get England. We get women in a parliament, just like we get United States. So let we patient and wait and see waiting for happen in the next 1-2 years. If these people where they know add now then cabinet they not do well, then this is the time for every Sierra Leonean to go out there peacefully, not get any grudge na you sleeve for say they go out for cause havoc, but peacefully only placard say no. Government of the day, we're not satisfied with waiting they go on. But it's to be honest, people, it's too early for us to be complaining about anything where this man they try for do. And one thing we all Sierra Leonean understand, what we they see now and what we they discuss now, the past 10 years government not ever didn't here. And whether you like it or not, we are enjoying the politics in Sierra Leone because we have freedom of expression, we have freedom of everything whatsoever we want to do. Unless if you not bad somebody, we want to go do bad, then they're not going to ever allow you to go associate yourself in them places then they. And in terms of mingling, like joining cabinet or ministries, I just want to say to one of you first, somebody will be talking. He said very well, but like that ministry where he talk about sport and education. At that time, when Chijankaba do that particular selection day, that was a bad decision. If you watch after NPRC, when they kind of power, they make that kind of decision. We see how football deteriorates in that country. We see how education deteriorates because now two big administration or ministry down the way them blend together. So less patient in Sierra Leone. Let us see what in this man they do. They don't apply strategies them, and still they apply them. Then we give them people there like 3 years and see. Maybe we go see changes. But if it changes happen now, AAA, we always don't say this, we don't say this, we don't say this. Are we going to say something else again? We go say something else. He say, my brother. So why are we not going to patient these things? Let's wait and see what thing for happen in the next 3 years. But for Leatherman add some people, I don't think say like waiting the campaign for good governance. They say wage bill don't go up, it don't go up. They so emphasize on them. But let's patient, because we've seen people spending money unnecessarily in the past 10 years. Then they come back.
I make the another day again, Alusain. I made another day again. So we can't compare. That's why they are gone. May then go and make we try for correct waiting at the
we
thing.
change them.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
They do the same thing, people. We they pull in a power. Let's tell you one thing. Now, they always tell you, say, this particular thing where they do so, you name go na the footprint, they go na the book of history and Sierra Leone, because what you they do for the people of Sierra Leone, so trust me, we don't ever get any kind of thing there. So salon politics, not to like that what we talk yesterday no more. I not take part the way they say that what they say everything how for do. Not so that again, no, we need to take out for do again. When you mess up, trust me, with the patient, if you see you not do nothing, we they pull you back. We know they waste time, people. We know my law change fast how many times, but we know say one day we they get the correct man as Israeli. So let's just patient and wait and see what in this government they do.
All right.
If they don't make boast, they don't say this, they don't say that. Let's wait and see them. If they don't say this, maybe some of us, this is where our life will go. Because when we go step in Sierra Leone, then we go tell them, say, we ready, when kill we, then let we be the history for Sierra Leone, but what's alone better? You understand? Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Alusain. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and who the call from?
Yeah, this is not Ayo, they call from the US.
Yes, Ayo, you get the platform.
Yeah, the first thing I want to say is, we Sierra Leoneans, then we should stop the look at things from the political lens. When it's true, you talk it. When it's wrong, you say it. Waiting and the lady for CGG, Janet, they all say, and the guys say, all not true. The government should try to control the expenditure for that country there. If they don't do that, the country is not able to be fiscally responsible. They need to control the expenditure, not because somebody don't do last government spend so millions of dollars, make sure you compare the two. That's apples and orange. You didn't have power now. You got to make a union for yourself. Don't stop for look things at the political lens. Let the government try to do what is right for the people. Try and give them their basic necessity. If you don't spend money for create more ministries, then how you go get money for spend on the people? Then for look at those things then critically. What is important? The guys that already getting where they move, they get deputies. Why don't just elevate them up? Instead of going and create new ministries, chop, make new ministries. Like the guy said, we make new ministries, you get new permanent secretary, deputy secretary, this all pinata. Now money they go there. Now they sit down sometimes and reason and talk the truth. And as for the gender equality, they need to give the ladies there, the female and chance in that country. Get a lot of educated women then we can stand up to the task and do the job, But I don't know, pal. That's my contribution, yeah.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Just come with the man himself, Usman Tholi, where they can close the domot for we. Yes, Usman Tholi, you get a platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A. And also, I would thank all the callers them for their positive contribution. But not forget, all what we talk so right now are just assumptions. Not just assumptions. In the sense that the actual man, when you take the decision for reshuffle, come out, you can explain to me what in are the meaning behind a reshuffle. Well, government is reshuffle for so many reasons. One of the reasons why government is reshuffle, because you don't meet the objectives. And they give you what we call performance indicators. Maybe they set out over 6 months or 1 year. And what will happen after this 6 months or 1 year? The government, they come back, sit down with you as a minister, look over their indicators here to see if you will meet your objectives what they set for you. Based on a percentage, from 10 and go say 50% of the objectives that we set for you, you achieve them or you don't achieve them. Don't forget. Now yesterday we'll be there when they talk about the bread and butter issues. How the government, they try to address the issues we're desperate in the country, when are the bread and butter issues. Then suddenly, we can't hear about the reshuffle. It's important. Lord, look at from that perspective. We now say certain people in the ministry and they underperform. So the government needs to take actions to make sure then try to meet with expectations. As Aisha too make it quite clear, I agree with him. Adosai make a very good point as well. If people do not perform to the expectations, it's important to let the government take actions so that they will try to address the issues them who desperately need measures. Well, I just dive into the issue of inclusivity and equity. I know Janet talk about that. But we all know, as we say, those are assumptions. Janet don't make any assumptions. Other people then come and make their own assumptions. So now we have to question these assumptions. The issue of inclusivity, especially in terms of women, we have to look at them from two perspectives. One, let's see how many women in that country when they actively take part in politics. Don't think about it. Yeah? Women they active, not display them with a woman and they actively take part in politics. And secondly, for most women, where it comes on governance issues, they can always let for consult the man them before they take decisions. And the issue of appointing somebody in a role, yeah, you get to look at competencies, yeah, how competent this person is to take over a role. You get to look at the ratio of the woman them already for take up jobs and responsibility for that role. And we see the amount of not say 17 positions then replaced. Yeah? Not see how much women drop by then 17 women. Yeah? This now so you work out the statistic. I know this being one of the man them where I go left for a woman then thrive in that country. But also, God for be very careful. Yeah? I remember when His Excellency Julius Maradio, they attend, I think, one trip we go na I don't know which country, I don't remember. The interview about the participation, human participation in governance. It's one of the issues, one of the challenges them we get as a president when it comes. He said he did try for appoint woman and they turn down the role where they give them. It took come. I don't know if anybody watched that interview. He said woman and they call who can't serve in governance. Then they turn down the appointment. So until he can't explain to me why only one woman will not go. All this what we talk to are just assumptions. So I want to make it quite clear. It could be that you don't appoint one or two, maybe then turn them down, considering the number of women them where they participate in governance. Yeah, now this data we see a lot of women they participate. One single woman will come inside politics. So number one. The other thing again, one other interesting observation where I get in terms of this reshuffle, now the innovation minister. It's very interesting because we all see how the government they try to digitalize the process system, which is critical. Talk about the digitalization of the economy, digitalization of identity, and digitalization of governance. Yeah, they want to bring a complete transformation, which is important. And I feel David Senge is appropriate for that movie because the man was quite innovative, right? So I don't know what he actually, this doubt me. Why therefore remove him? Because he don't set up the stage, and you need somebody where for the continue that's the department too. Yeah. So I don't know the reasoning. Perhaps these are all assumptions. Perhaps if it's now the education sector, where now the if you say you need somebody who is innovative, because don't forget that are the flagship program, and don't forget there's a lot of complaining come the end term about the educational sector, the number of failures, a lot of challenges in terms of the quality. The quality was not there, a lot of criticism. So maybe anything, because you don't praise this young man with so much innovation, innovative ideas. And he said by bringing this man, now that department, now that ministry, then this man will be excel, because this is not a flagship program. If he say, Alpha Timo, the minister, Honorable Alpha Timo, they underperform. Maybe I make a replacement with the innovation minister. For crown is all, I'm afraid the project, the way how me as Sam, not to bread and butter project this. I just want to make this quite clear. When you look at the project, we all the talk. I don't talk this over and over at this forum. Job creation, now the engine of economic growth, no doubt about it. But it depends on the existing situation. What is happening right now? The ground is dry. The situation just worse. So we need desperate measure for solve the bread and butter issue. And I think they don't look right, they don't look right left, and they ask them this question. They ask them, it continues and repeatedly they talk say job creation. Now the bread and butter issue. But it's not. I will tell you now why. You see, job creation now part of the bread and butter issue. Because when you get job, you will be able to put food on the table. That's quite clear. But considering the inflation rate, yeah, they say now they don't increase the minimum wage to 600,000. Yeah, they create a job for somebody. But imagine if any time we go to market, the price go up. Yeah, so that means still the bread and butter issue not solved. You will get a job. Don't get me wrong, you will get the job, it will help to some extent. But you think then they will solve the problems they will get right now? No, because the problem we'll get right now is about prices, more importantly. Jobs is another thing. But the most important factor, most important variable here is prices. And what in the cause is? Because right now, one, that mineral sector, we don't stop for export. A lot of the mineral contract them, they don't suspend them. Some of them don't cease. So now, they export not. Look at the agricultural sector. Then delay them. Use so much money by the educational sector, about 21%. Now they don't increase it even to 22%. This is why we talk about, they're not a prioritize. Therefore, put them, want them in order of importance, scale of preference. You see, they don't instead of reducing the educational bill, they don't raise it to 22%. That means 21%. Yeah? So, you tell me, now the agricultural sector, the area they would expect more for diversify the economy right now. We talk about the agricultural sector. We talk about the mining. Well, the mining sector already, is on the floor. We talk about fishery. We talk about tourism. Those are the areas now we rely on to a very large extent. Yeah, for diversify the economy. But if jobs are important, don't get me wrong, but not to an immediate solution to the problem. It will give somebody a job. You pay 600,000. Yeah, it begin, you know, you're able to buy one or two things then. But what about inflation? If inflation they continuously they go up, how you go solve the bread and butter issues? You know, it'll help. Don't get me wrong. It'll cushion the situation. But the immediate problem now we need, we need for a tackle the issue of exchange rate. And exchange rate, it'll cause inflation. And the problem we're going right now, they not tackle the problem according to the way they don't do it. The problem we don't get right now is very difficult for finding solution. Let me be honest with you. Because the mining sector, it don't fall, it don't drop. It don't cancel most of the contracts. Then agriculture, where they don't start, we don't know when they get to happen. Bread and butter issue, let me make it clear here. It will solve in the next 1 year. It will solve in the next 1 year. If not job creation, where they talk about, no more. Until productivity level increase, both in the mining, the agricultural sector, fishery, tourism. Those are the areas where we go for diversify the economy, for steady that exchange rate thing. Otherwise, we will just continue to go back, forward and backward. So if I want to make something at table, that is something I want to make. But indeed, the callers, they make a very good point in terms of the wage bill. You know, it's a good point. But also, not forget, the wage bill, they go up. There are certain factors where they affect the increase in wage bill. Yeah? I'm not surprised if it go up. Although some of the reasons why the wage bill go up, we'll blame them to some extent. But other side, they will not blame them. Because look, pension, they increase pension. Hold on. You talk about now they can't recruit more teachers, then they don't increase the teachers and pay. Then they back there for make the wage bill go up. Police, yeah? Because remember, say this is the 2020 budget they read soon. So we're not there for understand it. Yeah? So police, they can't recruit police then. Then they back to bill therefore go up. You know? The areas where they blame them, you don't need any embassy in Turkey. We don't say they want to increase the relationship with Turkey, especially with Turkish government. They can't invest in a salon in the agricultural sector. But that's not, the world is a global world. Technology don't make the world a global village. You don't need Boku embassy there for establish strong relationship. In fact, some of the school of thought, and even criticize the use of embassy in these states because technology don't make life easy. You don't need too much embassies, especially for a struggling country like Sierra Leone. Yeah, so to some extent, you will criticize them on the wage bill. Yeah, in terms of the increase in offices and, you know, but so some other, if you look at the other way around, the population only increase, the population will be get during the last, the last government is different from what we get now. You know, all these things, they add to the wage bill, you know. Overall, I don't say the need for rationalize and stabilize the wage bill. But that is not to say, we'll continue to go up. It will go up. But the level at which it will go, I think 9 people are worrying about. So now this no more, I therefore put on the table. Thank you very much, AAA. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And thanks to all the other callers, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Dholi. Thank you, sir. I think say much not for talk today. And everybody don't make a good point. Yes, the wage bill they go up. You can't deny the facts. Say, they go up. And with waiting CGG don't tell we campaign for good governance until we say 47% from last year to this year. They go up. The thing where people in the point out are the expansion, the creation of new ministries, because each ministry we create, you get for gain all waiting get for make it on ministry, and then they get for add. Yes, addition day because you know say then we don't get UBC am Nasia network page, then you recruit them at the military and even yes, the employment side, the government, as we can say, the government now they hire a lot of people and all and they go na the wage bill. Like make the government suppose for create an enabling environment where people can go and open businesses so that government will get less burden. I think say we just they hope for the best. They look how the things then they unfold as time they go on. Just a quick one. Salone, yeah. You remember them travelers them? We pass through the border, not so? Where they don't take them, then count, then at home, then they under ACC now investigation and all them things then they. You go feel say they one day they walking at the border then land, not so? I get news for you. They no land. They no land at all. I think say just like how we talking the last time, we people them get for wake up. Because the corruption don't so day at the border that people then just feel say it's normal. Why make I say this? You remember say Wadamaya, he is a Ghanaian YouTuber we say Africa to the world, where they go na different African countries them for showcase what in Africa really gets. That Africa way the media, the international media not the show. It be this alone. He do a couple of videos them. Then do one video where then go na number 2, where he call heaven salon it's like a heaven or something of the sort. So if you don't salon. Now he left say they go Liberia. You know say we go that's imagine that same Liberia Boda. The same Liberia Boda who then guide them where them take them 3 people and kind of tongue for. Where they go now? You see? They hold them passport first, they ask them question, then say at the end of the day, now the man say you charge now 10,000 leons. He say he vex, he say now he take him passport, he tell him say una know the land. Say una know the land. Now the same border, he say as he talk that word, they say una know the land. Now they tell like the people then scared small. He saying just take him passport, he work a commodity. The same place where them pulling 3 people them. That Liberia, Saloon side, now the border. And when he pass through, he say the Liberia people them were nice. You remember for them teachers then, where anti-corruption go display them 3 weeks, 3 consecutive Saturdays, then they catch them back. They do the same thing. They don't talk. Say, oh, now because na be white man then, this and that, now na black man they pass. They did the same thing. The one the way did it. So waiting, saloon. Eh? They don't come out, they don't get good time. Wouldn't they pass now? Look what they end up with saloon again. Eh? They want to then inside them be the camp. So now then they can overshadow them. They were they don't enjoy fine. Now pass then they pass now. Then they back car happen. Eh? Now so? Who still we go change? Who still? That's why we they call anti-corruption. So me one believe say even after they don't pull in people in there, after they don't pull in, they still continue business as usual. Because waiting do, we people and then just don't succumb say we gonna border now for put something inside your passport you get in. Where they don't you pass. Alright. You never know. Something go reach another border day. Who goes alone? Let us self make video. Maybe every 2-3 they will go past the. Seriously. I was so mad. I was like, man, go salon. Tell like say for just go past the 220. We then collect the one in the after 2 days we go there back. Then can then collect them. After almost days we go there back. Something na so no more than go pull everybody there. But anti-corruption, them bother them. Anti-corruption need forget people within they work with they. They need forget people them. Or else, man, we people they don't succumb down, no, they don't greed on. But now they want the way they come and go, when are strangers them, they just take and say West Africa is corrupt, Sierra Leone is corrupt. Now make they call for decentralization. Not to inside tongue no more free tongue, no more than for the fight corruption. Eh? Salon, may God help we. We just send everything there. The usual announcements that we know. We go there back tomorrow. By God in power. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple SA. Tata.